and a warm welcome to the final race of the 2018 TCR Asia Championship from Shanghai International Circuit in China, a fitting venue for the fourth season of this Pan-Asian series. First, we look back at the highlights of round 9, also in Shanghai, and Mitchell Chair, second in the championship. In pole position on the right-hand side, Henry Ho of the Chinese championship alongside him, but a terrible start from Chair. Wheel spin, allowing Luca Ensler through, and then his other teammate, Diego Moran, also. Luca Ensler then leading the championship and leading the race in round 9. Problems for Alex Liu of Macau and the Cup champion KK Wong. That brought out the safety car and slowed everything down. Luca Ensler's lead dissipating then, and he'd have to do it all again. But Ensler looking to extend that lead as they finally did get Alex Liu's car from Elegant Racing out of the way. And Mitchell Chair went in pursuit now. First of Diego Moran, who locked up, and that allowed Cheer to come alongside and bang into the side of his teammate. And, well, 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. His mentor, Alex Young, watching on. But all's fair in love and war. Meanwhile, Mitchell Chair finally got on level terms with Luca Ensler. But as the laps ticked down, Ensler wasn't giving an inch. And try as he might, Mitchell pushed on, needed to beat Luca. 11-point gap between them at the start of the race, and this is the closest they got at the end of the race, side by side. Luca Ensler, though, holding the line brilliantly, and Mitchell Chair would have to follow him home. Meanwhile, Diego Moran was in his own battle for third place. And as they crossed the line, it was Luca Ensler extending that lead. Moran getting through to third place, but it was a real ding-dong battle between himself and the number 88, Eureka Jesus of the Chinese Championship. Franz Ensler, former champion of Asia himself, now watching his young son do the same thing. And Luca Ensler, just 20 years of age, the Middle East champion, the runner-up in Germany, and with one hand on the trophy in Asia, with one race to go. Brilliant stuff by the young German.
Luca Ensler, and the winning team goes to Liqui Moly.
And that win means that Luca Ensler extends his lead to 172 points over his teammate Mitchell Chair. Diego Moran now moves to third, so it could be a 1-2-3 for the Ensler team with one race to go. Lo Ziho dropping to fourth place from Hong Kong.
We're already champions, so it means that I don't take that much risk and trying to, just not collide and, of course, maximum attack, but not crashing the car.
Good advice from the young 20-year-old German who has already been a Middle East champion earlier in the year, runner-up in the German Championship, and now a chance to take the Asian Championship. Mitchell Chair, though, has kept him honest, and it looks as though it's going to be an Ensler 1-2-3 and their third consecutive Teams Championship. KK1 has won the Cup Championship, and as we look across the grid, reverse top 10, remember, for race 2, and that means Alex Wei of the Chinese Championship in a Volkswagen leads the way. The Ensler boys, as we go on board with Diego Moran, not far behind, and immediately look at Luca Ensler round the outside at turn 1 and up to second place. Diego Moran's there as well. Just ahead of him in the number 88, that's Eureka Jesus. And of course, Henry Ho, Eureka Jesus, sharing that car in the Chinese Championship. Alex Wei leading at the moment, sharing his car with Sonny Wong. That's how it works in the Chinese Championship as we go back on board with Diego Moran, who's got a great view of Luca Ensler vying for the lead. Can't quite do it this time. He cuts back beautifully, gets on the dust, loses a bit of drive, but surely it's only a matter of time now before Luca Ensler makes a dive for the lead. What a great start. And amazingly, with that reverse top 10, the Ensler boys started a long way down, 6th, 8th, and already challenging for the lead. But right now, the number 11 of Alex Wei not giving up too easily. Moran right there in third place now. So both the Liqui Moly Ensler boys have got through. Mitchell Chair didn't get away well. Through goes the Viper Niza. Now, how long can The number 11 of Alex Sway of the Teamwork Motorsport Volkswagen team. Hold on, so it's Volkswagen 1, 2, 3. As we go back on board with Diego Moran, and here comes Luca Ensel up the inside now. Whoa, very close indeed. And Alex Sway had to check up there. The Chinese Championship, remember we've got the Asian TCR and the Chinese TCR Championship racing together here at Shanghai. They've also got an endurance race later in the weekend, so they don't want to damage these cars. Got a long way to go in the 888 Shanghai International Circuit Endurance Race, which Luca Ensler, who now leads the race, will be taking part. And now Diego Moran putting some pressure on Alex Sway himself. Lights on for Mitchell Chair, who's recovered. Onto the main straight again, and it's Volkswagen 1, 2, 3 now, but now led by Luca Ensler, who did a sterling job on that first lap to come all the way through and now lead this race. Diego Moran is right there with him in third, and certainly Alex Sway from Teamwork not giving up here at home in Shanghai. Great circuit for racing. Diego Moran tries the same tactic as his teammate, trying to go around the outside at 1. Can't quite do it. Now, getting good drive out of 2. Here he goes. Comes alongside almost Alex Sway. Who's got the drive? Well, this is good driving from the Ecuadorian. And he doesn't want to let Luca Ensler get too far off into the distance. And he wants by the number 11. Remember, they're not racing each other per se, because number 11 in second place, Alex Sway, is in the Chinese Championship. And now Mitchell Chair's caught up too. So all the Liqui Moly Ensler boys would really love to finish this season with a 1, 2, 3 here at Shanghai. Diego Moran got 2 podiums here last year. And he's actually been on the podium this year too, but it's just not been as good a year. Mitchell Chair, of course, led the championship early on. I mean, took a win in his first weekend at Sepang. And of course, he represents the Sepang International Circuit, one of their development drivers. They won a scholarship and got the help of Alex Jung to mentor him. And it's been a fantastic story all season. And these 2 youngsters, Mitchell Chair of Malaysia and Luca Ensler of Germany, have marauded their way around Korea, Thailand, Sepang in Malaysia, and now here in Shanghai, China. And this is the 4th season of TCR. And we really have got a great balance of very, very good, experienced touring car drivers and these youngsters coming through and getting the expertise and learning their craft early on. And of course, with a team like Liqui Moly Ensler, they really are getting expert advice from some of the best in Europe, if not the world. Douglas Koo still doing a good job out there. He and KK Wong battling for the Cup Championship, but of course that going to KK Wong, he pretty much wrapped it up in Korea. And Luca Ensler pretty much wrapped up the Drivers' Championship here in TCR Asia with that win in round 9. And look at him go now, extending that lead. Diego Moran now second, and up to third now is Mitchell Chair. And this should be an interesting battle between these 2. Certainly Mitchell wants to finish second if he can. Every driver worth his salt wants to finish the season with a good result. It's a long winter if you don't. And Alex Sway still leading the way for Volkswagen in the Chinese Championship. And that's a spin for Douglas Koo, the Cup runner-up, spinning out of turn 1. Here's another look at the start of this one. Good start from Diego Moran all the way back in, what, 8th position. A lot of work to do for the Ensler boys, but they came on through well. Reverse top 10. That allowed Alex Sway to lead the way for the Teamwork team into the first few corners. Alex Jung watching on nervously. And here comes his man. In third place at the moment. Luca Ensler's a long way up the road, so it's a battle now between the Ecuadorian and the young Malaysian. And as you can see, Mitchell's got the lights on. And what a season it's been, from 0 to hero in many ways. What a sensational year it's been. He's learned so much. His confidence has grown sky high, and his racecraft the same. And look at the pressure he's putting on Diego Moran now. Got the lights on to intimidate. He too will be racing in the endurance race. Diego Moran looking to finish his high. He's had a good run in Asia. He's been with the TCR Asia Championship almost since it began 4 years ago. Now, of course, spawning the Chinese Championship, the Thai Championship, and next year in Malaysia, the Malaysian TCR Championship. So exciting times for touring car racing in Asia. And through comes Mitchell Chair. Well, that was textbook stuff at the hairpin at the end of the long straight, or has he? Here comes Moran again. He's not giving up just yet. One more corner to go, but a better line for Chair as they come to the left-hander, and he will finally make the move stick. And through he goes as we go back on board with the number 32 down this long straight, this sensational circuit at Shanghai. I've walked across those towers before now, and it really is quite a remarkable place to go racing. And the city of Shanghai, a remarkable place to go. 25 million people. It's insane in many ways. And they really are starting to grow a huge culture of racing. And this weekend will grow into a massive weekend with the endurance race as well. TCR Asia, TCR China, and the 888 Shanghai International Circuit endurance race. The likes of Rio Haryanto entered into that. And it's great to see Kenneth Look and a few others getting involved and getting back involved in Asian racing. Audi's in the Chinese Championship. We've got VW, Honda, and Audi. And right now we're looking at the number 26 Audi of TA Motorsport. That's Ryan Wong, as he goes in pursuit of Alex Way in the VW. Good-looking car, that Audi. And that's the beauty of TCR. It's open to so many different manufacturers with the spec, but it's private teams that enter. And I think that's what really has captivated the imagination of so many different teams from around the world. And that's why you can have a German team like Ensler coming here to Asia to enter Asian drivers as well as their own. And this one, Luca Ensler, is definitely following in the footsteps of Franz Ensler, who's on the sidelines today to cheer on his young son. And it was a brave move at 18 to come to Asia. He didn't have that much experience, and France and he had a conversation because he was pretty much just leaving high school, but they decided that's what they wanted to do, and it's proved to be a brilliant decision for his career because he's never looked back. As we said, early in January took the Middle East Championship and then did both championships. Another brave move because he went back to Germany, narrowly missing out on winning the German Championship, was runner-up in that, and had no buts about it. He wanted this one badly, and he's been battling all weekend long. Got a great win, despite Mitchell Chair getting pole position and narrowing the gap to 10 points. Luca Ensler strode to victory in round 9, and he's doing the same here in round 10. Through goes the number 60, that's Xian in the VW, in the B class for the Chinese Championship. And he's in a battle with the other B-class driver for China, that's Liquimoli HE Racing in another VW. That's Lee right there with him. So we've got good battles throughout this race. We've got the Chinese A Championship, the Chinese B Championship, we've got the Cup Championship for TCR, and we've also got, of course, the TCR Main Championship for Asia. But it looks as though Luca Ensler is off into the wind, and it's going to be between Mitchell Chair and Diego Moran in that for the final positions. Here we go then. Lee setting himself up for an inside move, and he goes past Chen in Class B in the Liquimoli car. That makes that look rather easy, but he makes it stick. Closing stages then of this one. There's Diego Moran. There's the gap between Mitchell Chair and Diego Moran. And Chair pulling away. I don't think he's got much chance of catching Luca at this stage, but he's got some good space between himself and Diego Moran. But look at the gap. Here he is, the 20-year-old Luca Ensler of Germany, coming down the long back straight here at Shanghai. Now you get a chance to see the gap between first, second, third, and fourth. The top three, all Ensler entered cars, all VWs. What a year it's been. A 1-2-3 in the championship, their third consecutive title. They have totally dominated, just as they did in Franz Ensler's time. And as Luca Ensler predicted after his round 9 win, just got to keep it clean and tidy here in the final race of the season. He started off with a win in round 1 at Sepang. Mitchell Chair followed him home. S.H. Lowe was 3rd. And then Mitchell got a win for himself. He's in 2nd place with the lights blazing. And Ensler got a 3rd in the 2nd race at Sepang. They then went to Buriram, where Mitchell Chair and Diego Moran took the honors in the 2 races there. Ensler just on the podium once that weekend. And this battle's continuing here in the Chinese Championship between Li and Chen. And Chen's got by again as another lap is completed. These two have been swapping places throughout the race. After Buriram, the TCR Asia Championship moved on to the street race at Bangxian. And in fact, it was Vong Prai and Lo Ziho who had been an early contender. He was 3rd going into Korea, Lo Ziho of Hong Kong. And Mitchell Chair, the only one to get a podium of the contenders there. And at the time, Mitchell Chair led the championship over Lo Ziho by just 3 points. So Luca Ensler really made a strong run towards the end in Korea, taking a 2nd place in round 7 and a win in round 8. And then he has just been absolutely brilliant here in Shanghai. And as we come down to the last lap here, it's all Luca Ensler. Chair will follow him home, as it should be. Diego Moran will take 3rd place. The Ecuadorian can be pleased with his year, just the 1 win. Not as dominant as he would like with his experience, and I think he'll be back next year to stay with the team, I hope, and go for his own championship, because he deserves one. Down that long back straight, and if anything, Luca Ensler has extended that lead, and still this battle continues right to the flag between these two in the Chinese Championship. Chen and Li have had a race-long battle. Likewise, so have these 2 men, Casey Kong in the Honda up against Ivan Zeto, likewise in the Maximum Racing Honda. And they're still at it in the closing stages. Good to see. Different championships battling with each other and enjoying the racing. Time running out though. And this is a weekend to remember for Luca Ensler, the young German, came to Asia and conquered. Likewise, it's a good weekend for the number 26 Audi of Ryan Wong in the TA Motorsport Audi in Class A of the Chinese Championship. He's going to finish runner-up here to Alex Hui in the number 11. So it's a 1, 2, 3, 4 VW in TCR Asia as we approach the last lap. Hui still out front in the Asia Cup. KK Wong leading the way as he has done most of the season. Wrapped up the championship in Korea. And in Class B of the Chinese Championship, KC Kong, we just saw a glimpse of him in the Honda earlier. And at the moment, leading the way as they come on to the last lap of this race. And coming out of the pits, that's the Cupra of Alex Liu of Elegant Racing. Cup entry, and he had a problem, an accident in round 9, and it looks as though they've just got him back out again. Maybe doing a little bit of a shakedown because he's not in contention by any means. Good to see him out there though, in the number 3 in the Asia Cup. So then, Luca Ensler on his way. Here he is on the final lap. There's the gap. Mitchell Chair, in fact, has closed the gap here in the closing stages, but I don't think it's going to be enough. And it's one thing to catch Luca Ensler. It's another to pass him here. And although this is a big circuit, there's only one real race line, and it's easy to defend if you stay on that race line. And Luca knows all too well. He did that in round 9 down the back straight. And here he goes for the last time down that long back straight. And I'm afraid Mitchell Chess is not going to be close enough. There's Diego Moran. He's lost some ground in 3rd place, but he'll stay there. And what a great way to finish the year for Kurt Tremmel and his team. Congratulations also to Franz Ensler, mentoring his son to what has been a brilliant year. And likewise, Alex Young taking the young Malaysian Mitchell Chair and teaching him his racecraft and putting him in a position to challenge one of Europe's up-and-coming stars. Here he comes out of the last corner. It's Luca Ensler, the new champion of Asia in TCR, taking the checkered flag ahead of Mitchell Chair, who takes second in the championship. And likewise, the third car, there's Franz Ensler of Diego Moran, comes across the line for a 1-2-3 for the Ensler Liqui-Moly team. And Franz Ensler can be pretty pleased that the name on the car is once again his own, but this time in the form of his son, Luca Ensler. And will he have the same sort of brilliant career that France went on to have in World Touring cars around Asia and in Europe? We will soon find out over the next few years. But I think the future's pretty bright for Luca Ensler. All coming down the back straight now for the final time. Looks as though the number 60 Chen has got the better of Lee. He will finish 9th overall, just behind Douglas Koo. But the winner in the Chinese Championship, Alex Wei, who started pole position, remember. Koo coming across the line. Lights flashing. Congratulations to him. And it's a great and fitting end to a brilliant year. There's Kurt Tremmel, and he says, thanks, boys. And a lovely moment. Doesn't get any better than that. Sensational stuff then. Luca Ensler with the win. Mitchell Chair in second place. Diego Moran third. And Wong Kian Kung, KK Wong in fourth position for Macau, getting himself warmed up for the Macau Grand Prix, I'm sure. Douglas Koo in fifth. And Ivan Zetto in sixth place. Congratulations to our top three. There's the Ecuadorian flag. You don't often see it in motorsport, but he's been flying it high, has Diego Moran. The Malaysian flag for Mitchell Chair, following in the footsteps of Alex Young and many others. A proud father. Let's hear from the new champion.
Yeah, I'm more than happy, more than happy. The year has been great for me, and I'm so thankful for everyone who supported me. And yeah, now staying here with two championship wins with TCR Middle East and TCR Asia, with a runner-up in TCR Germany, winning a 24 hours race in Dubai. Yeah, amazing. Couldn't be better.
First of all, I want to thank Sepang International Circuit for the opportunity for me to be part of this talent development program and to put me here in the TCR Asia series. I'm very happy to be here racing first year internationally, and I got second place in overall, losing out to my teammate Luca. And secondly, I want to thank the team that I was with the whole year, the mechanics, the engineers. They are all very, very good. They've done a very, very good job this year so far, and gave me the perfect car every round that I'm here taking part of the TCR Asia series.
Yeah, I mean, it was a clean race. I have a good start. Then I didn't have the pace to follow Luca. So yeah, he pulled away from me. It's the same with Mitchell. I was fighting a little bit with the car. But anyhow, yeah, it was a good result for the team. 1, 2, 3, 2 podiums this weekend, and also in the championship. Yeah, still a good learning for me too.
A bottle for Mitchell and a Dixie cup for Alex Young. And that's how it ends then. 197 points to Luca Ensler. Mitchell Chair with 173. And Diego Moran moving up to third with 127 points over KK Wong in fourth place. Lo Ziho finishing in the end in fifth place after not taking part in that final round. So after the racing's all over, time for a little bit of celebration and the prize giving. The big young stars of the future in Luca Ensler and this man Mitchell Chair. Congratulations to all of them and to all the mechanics and teams that put them on the track. Well done to David Sonninger and his team from Motorsport Asia. Congratulating our new champion. And well done, of course, to his team manager. A third consecutive title for Kurt Tremmel and the team. There he is. Well done to him, and well done to Volkswagen, the model of the year. And well done to all those taking part in TCR Asia. I'm sure many will be back to compete in what will be the 5th season of TCR Asia in 2019, when they do it all again. Let's head down now to Sean Henselwood and hear from our new champion, Luca Ensler.
Luca, firstly, congratulations. You knew, obviously, from Kurt how the teams operated, what the championship was like. You'd seen it, but did you expect the level of competition that you got so far this year, and also with Mitchell?
No, for sure not. But I thought, okay, I knew that it's going to be a tough one, even with I don't know any track here. So I knew that the preparation is the key for winning a championship here. And then we saw with Mitchell, one of the biggest rivals for me, he did a perfect job. Also this weekend, he was for sometimes way faster than me, and so it was a tough one. Not that tough like in Germany, but really tough, and I'm very thankful to the sponsors that they gave me that big chance to drive here.
Good words from our new champion as the Ensler legacy continues here in Asia. Well done to Luca. And just to confirm, Ensler, the drivers' champion, Mitchell Chair second, the cup champion KK Wong of Macau. Ensler win the team's championship, and of course Volkswagen are the model of the year. Well done to all those taking part. We'll be back again in 2019 when TCR Asia does it all again. A brand new Malaysian championship on the offing as well. Plenty to look forward to. Until next year, from me, Jonathan Green, goodbye for now.